Hello! Around 2 weeks ago, I made a fun little video about my favorite Mario Kart courses from every game, and I mentioned quite a bit of how, they should have returned the booster course. So it got me thinking, which course should have returned over stuff like 3DS Toad Circuit or SNES Mario Circuit 3? So yeah, 10 courses I wish were Mario Kart 8 Deluxe booster course past DLC. So, anyways, with all that said, let's go! Our first tiebreaker on the list. But to be fair, these courses are very similar. They even have the same song. There actually was strong evidence that Mushroom Bridge was going to return due to tour. So while I wish it would have been City that returned, it likely would have been Bridge. These courses also would have spiced up the lack of Double Dash throughout all of 8. The only reason why they aren't higher is, well, there are already a lot of City courses in 8. Be it the Tour City tracks or others like Mivu Highway, so in the end, this really wasn't all that essential. Our first of 2 Bowser's Castles on here. I wish we had more Bowser's Castles remade, considering only one actually happened. Which is unfair. I wish there were more of a balance between the amount of Rainbow Roads and Bowser's Castles. Oh well. Anyways, although haunting this version is, and I would love to see how a graphical glow up would look here. This has like always been one of my favorite N64 courses. Honestly, think about it, probably is my second favorite. But the only reason it's not higher is, well, this is already remade, while the other Bowser's Castle that's higher up on the list has not been remade. Oh, how I wish DS got more love in the booster course. And it's the first of 3 on here. Anyways, I always find this to be an extremely underrated course with an underrated song. I just find it's a very fun course. It feels very smooth. Plus, I would argue you can add some anti-gravity to climb up. Who knows? This spot is very much of a personal preference since we already have 2 DK Mountains courses, one of which already is a snow-based one, which are better, let's be honest. But next 7 entries, I believe, should have been considered for 8. Oh, hell yes! My Wario Waluigi bias sticking out again. Anyways, this course would have hella benefited from anti-gravity, plus we could hear the banger Waluigi Stadium song again, and we know they have already repeated Wario Waluigi theme already with their DS remakes. Also, this would have given the Double Dash Special Cup some representation since Nintendo really hates that game's Special Cup for some reason. Keep this 2 laps like it was prior, make that big gap at the Guire section, and boom, solid remake. What's there not to love? It's Wario freaking Coliseum. Instead of completely butchering Sunset Wilds, they could have brought this back. I think this course would have glowed up hard in HD. Plus, it's really underrated. If they can give Snow Lane and Boo Lake a glow up through Tour and 8, they can easily do it here. Maybe on a 3rd lap, add tricks from the trick variant, who knows. I'm just saying, this course barely anyone acknowledges its existence. Also, there was a lack of beach courses in the booster course, so this honestly would have been a great pick. I mean, certainly better than butchering Sunset Wilds or like changing Sky Garden into something completely different. Another tie between 2 very similar courses, but here we go. The 2 Woohoo courses, one of which should have been in base 8, but here we are. I am more of a Maka Woohoo guy myself, but either would have been solid picks. Since, well, 8 Deluxe, as well as the original 8, had a lot of Nintendo crossover tracks, so what better than one of the OGs? Also, why the heck would they bring back Toad Circuit when literally any course would have been better from 7? Oh well, either course of the Woohoo duo would have been a vibe. Now here's the other Bowser's Castle. I always share my praise on how underrated this is, and how hellish it is, how I want an official remix, etc, etc. I will let another guy take the mic, and his name is Mike Manning. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Anyways, let me hand off the mic to Mike Manning.
Thanks, Chris. It shouldn't be a surprise that many Nintendo fans wanted to see GCN Bowser's Castle make a return to the DLC, Chris and I included. This is a tough track for even the average Mario Kart player to handle. It's pretty narrow, and most of the turns are 90 degrees or more. You also need to avoid the classic thwomps, falling into lava, and fireballs coming from all directions, especially those from the dreaded Mechanical Bowser statue. And most of these obstacles will likely land towards the center of the track, which makes you push the limits of where you can go even more. Add to all of that the eerie looking wasteland on the outside, and the bone-chilling soundtrack, and you have the recipe for the culmination of what every Mario Kart Bowser's Castle track should be. The amount of dread and challenges GCM Bowser's Castle brings makes it a fan favorite and would have been the perfect penultimate track in the Spiny Shell Cup.
Yeah, did you know Luigi doesn't have a single course after Terminate Deluxe? While they could have given an original course like they did Yoshi, they didn't. And in terms of retros, this is really the best choice, considering 3 of them are literally just generic-ass, basic Mushroom Cup circuits. And while GBA Luigi Circuit is underrated, it's got nothing on DS Luigi's Mansion. It represents one of the most iconic spin-offs, as well as a fan-favorite DS course, which we needed more of, seriously. And another haunted course, which barely any exists in the booster course. Seriously, this should have been a no-brainer. Of this whole list, this is actually my favorite course, but for reasons, it's a runner-up. Anyways, why the heck did Toad's Factory not return? It's got a banger theme, banger song, banger layout, and banger vibes. Everyone loves this course. The only reason it's not number 1 as well, Wii already has a lot. Literally 11 out of 16 courses made into 8. If something like Moo Moo Meadows, Daisy Circuit, or Moo Moo Highway, a lot of City in the case of the last one, was replaced with this, that would have been so great. But yeah, runner-up. Though I'm not the only one who's a big fan of Toad's Factory, I'll let my homie, Mario Power 55, give his thoughts.
What's up, honey bubbas? We're talking about Toad's Factory today, one of the greatest Mario Kart tracks of all time. To not be included into the Booster Course Pass, of course. Like, man, Toad's Factory not only has such a groovy soundtrack that feels like you're at a Broadway show in New York, but the layout, the theme, is elite. Let's talk about some features. They turned a usually long, boring straightaway path into a path with conveyor belts, obstacles, the void that'll smash you. They have another outdoor section with moving platforms, another section with even more conveyor belts. The track layout is elite, man. Even the expert shortcut is elite as well. I could talk about this track forever.
God dang it! I wish this course would have returned. It would have been perfect. More DS courses, awesome music, cool theming, and a fan favorite. Like, literally, think about it. Every game had its fan favorites return, or at least some of them. For N64, it was Cowboy Mario Desert. For GBA, it was Ribbon Road. For GameCube, it was DK Mountain, Waluigi Stadium, Daisy Cruiser, and Baby Park, depending on who you ask. For Wii, well, besides Toad's Factory, all the fan favorites returned. For 3DS, it was that game's Rainbow Road and Music Park. And heck, SNES Bowser Castle 3 might as well be considered the fan favorite for Super Mario Kart. And that was great for Super Mario Kart standards, and God, that got a freaking glow up. So, why does the unanimous DS fan favorite alongside its legends Waluigi Pinball and TikTok Clock not make it in? It deserved to get its chance to shine. Seriously, DS got shafted, and Airship Fortress got shafted too. This is like one of the best Mario Kart courses of all time. It absolutely should have been Mario Kart 8. There was like literally, there's like no course quite like this one. It should have, like, in my opinion, no course deserved being the Booster Course Pass more than DS Airship Fortress. End of story. Well, with all that said, I had some fun making this video. It was off the heel of my previous video about this game, which a lot of people like, so feel free to share your opinion. I would love to hear them. With all that said, have a great day, honey bubbas.